Hey, I'm just peeling the paper off of a Vanilla Chocolate Chunk Muffin with Walnut Streusel. There's a piece of chocolate right there. Now, these are absolutely delicious. And I've upped them by adding this Walnut Streusel. I used to just make the Vanilla Chocolate Chunk Muffins, and then I put the Walnut Streusel on top, and it just boots it up a whole nother level of deliciousness. So, oh. Look at that inside. You can see chocolate all melted in there. Bits of chocolate throughout, nuggets. Absolutely delicious. Great for a dessert. Great for breakfast. Any time of the day. Snack. These are fantastic. So, quite easy to make. Just a few ingredients. Let's go in the kitchen and make these right now. All right, to make our muffins, it's really easy. We have a couple of wet ingredients, a couple of dry ingredients, and then we have the chocolate chips or chocolate chunks over here. So, first of all, the butter. I've got a 1/4 cup of butter melted. I have 1 egg, a 1/4 cup of milk, and 1 tablespoon of vanilla essence. So it's a full tablespoon, quite vanilla-y taste. Over here, we've got 1 cup of flour. We've got a 1/4 cup of my favorite cane sugar. Any sugar will actually do in this case. I've got 1½ teaspoons of baking powder. I've got a 1/4 teaspoon of salt. And then, to mix into it, we've got the chocolate. This is broken up. I break them up as small as possible, small pieces, and that is 4 ounces or 110 grams of dark chocolate broken up into small pieces. So, let's get our bowl out here. First thing I want to do is I want to get that butter into the bowl. Make sure we get all that butter, all that buttery goodness going into our muffins. Okay, there we go. That's looking good. Put that off to one side. Now, I want to take the egg. I want to add in the egg. I want to whisk it into that butter. So in goes the egg. And then, just going to take a whisk. Whisk that around until the egg is nicely beaten. Oh, that's looking nice already. Then I'm going to add in the milk. Add in the vanilla. And just give that a quick whisk. That's looking good. Now we're ready for the dry ingredients. For the dry ingredients, we need a small bowl, or medium-sized bowl. So, grab that one right there. All right, put the flour in here. Going to put in the sugar, the baking powder, and the salt. And then all I'm going to do there is I just want to kind of mix that together. Just distributing the baking powder throughout the flour, the sugar, the salt. Just getting things a little bit distributed before we add it in to our wet mix. We don't need that anymore. Take this, add it in here. And now what you want to do, you just don't want to mix this too hard. You just want to mix it just enough to get it all incorporated. So just gently kind of folding until it all comes together. All right, the minute it starts to come together as a batter, we take those pieces of chocolate and mix them in there too. You know, don't overwork it, so just until the chocolate is mixed in. That's good enough. Now over here, let's see if we get rid of you. Over here we've got 6 muffin tins, and I've got them with the paper cups inside them. So, what I like to do here is use 2 spoons basically, and just, what I want to do is just get this into the muffin cups in the center, and just fill them up. And fill them about 3/4 full. All right, so those are about 3/4 full. And what I want to do is just smooth them down a little bit. Doesn't have to be perfect because it's a little hard, you know, they're squishy. But just smooth it down a bit like that. And now these are ready for putting the streusel topping on. So be back in a minute, get all the ingredients ready here, and we're going to make the streusel topping for these muffins. All right, now we're ready to make the streusel topping for these. This is a walnut streusel. What we've got here, first of all, I've got the butter. That is a 1/4 cup of butter, which I've cut into small pieces and then re-chilled. Put it back in the fridge again, make sure it's good and chilled. You want it good and cold when you're making this. You do not want this being at least a little bit soft. So cut them up, put them back in the fridge while you're preparing everything else. 1/4 cup of butter. A 1/4 cup of cane sugar, any brown sugar. You want a brown sugar because it has the molasses in it and it just adds more flavor and holds it all together. So here, this is my favorite unrefined cane sugar. A 1/4 cup of walnut pieces. And then also here, 3 tablespoons of flour. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to throw the walnut in there. I was kind of knock that down in size a little bit. So just going to pulse it a few times. All right, so we got kind of a walnut meal, but not too small. There are still pieces in there, about 1/8 of an inch or 2 to 3 millimeters. That's just right. So now let's add in the sugar, we'll add in the flour, and the butter. What I want to do now is I'm going to pulse this until the butter is down to little pieces of like about 1/8 of an inch or 2 to 3 millimeters. And then it's perfect to be spooned on top of our muffins. All right, I look in here, I see little pieces of butter in there. That's looking really nice. A couple are a bit bigger, not bad. Overall, nice size right there. All right, so what I'm gonna do now, take a spoon and just spoon this mixture on top of these muffins. Look at that. That's gonna be just an absolutely delicious streusel. You're probably gonna have a little bit much here always. You know, it's hard to make a really small amount of streusel in the food processor unless you get a really small one. So I always make a bit of a bigger batch, then just use the rest of this for something else. You can always put this in a refrigerator, throw it in a little container, throw it in the fridge, and then use it on other things. Or really good is in the morning, throw in some toast, throw the toast in the toaster oven, and you've got yourself a fantastic little morning toast. Okay, a little bit more on that one. All right, that's good enough. You see, you've got lots here left over for a couple of breakfasts, a couple of little dice. Great on things like waffles and stuff too, just anything. All right, so let's put these in the oven. That oven is heating up right now at 190 degrees Celsius or 375 degrees Fahrenheit. These are going to go in there for about 18 to 20 minutes. We're going to pull them out and then give them the skewer test or the toothpick test. All right, so see you in about 18 to 20 minutes. All right, these have been in the oven for just a little over 18 minutes. My oven runs a little hot, so probably going to be fine for them. Oh, they look good. Nicely browny on the streusel. So what I'm going to take now is take a skewer, go in there at an angle. Yeah, that's coming out dry. So they are ready. Perfect. Well done. All right, so I'm going to let these cool down for a little while. And then we'll take them out of here. And they're ready to be eaten. Enjoy Vanilla Chocolate Chunk Muffins with Walnut Streusel. Fantastic. Good for breakfast, good for dessert, all kinds of different things. All right, have a great time with these. Now if you go to the link appearing on the screen and also clickable in this video's description, you can download and print out this recipe from the breakfast and from the dessert recipes booklets on Kuma's Kitchen's Patreon page. Just click the feature tag called recipes and go to either booklet. Now, go print out the recipe and enjoy Vanilla Chocolate Chunk Muffins with Walnut Streusel. And make cooking fun again with Kuma's Kitchen.